In a world where dreams meet reality, there exists a place where your business can flourish. That place is Shopify. Imagine having the power to craft your online store with tools that make it as easy as a gentle breeze. Whether you're an artisan of handmade wonders, a creator of digital treasures, or a curator of the latest trends, Shopify stands by your side. With its customizable templates, seamless integrations, and support that's always there, your dream store is just a heartbeat away. Join millions of visionaries around the globe and let Shopify guide you on your journey. Visit roguemedianetwork.com/Shopify. That's roguemedianetwork.com/SHOPIFY. And embark on your free trial. Shopify, where your commerce dreams come to life. You just found the perfect product that helps with staying cool during hot summer runs. No more gross warm water. Stay cool with this product from Gear Handle. This hydration tube cover helps keep your water cool and easily accessible. Stay hydrated during those long summer runs or even delay from freezing in the winter. Plus, they're compatible with various brands of water bladders and come in various colors. Visit gearhandle.com and use promo code H2O today.
I am Rachel Ruth Tate, and this is Text Astrology. Hello, hello, hello. This is the first ever episode of Text Astrology, and welcome to our corner of the cosmos. Today we are talking about the full moon in Sagittarius, happening the 14th of June at 6:52 a.m. Central Standard Time. So I'm recording this just slightly before the moon, but the moon is already in Sagittarius, so we have got the vibe. I am going to be checking out our format for the first time, so please bear with me and follow along as you please. This moon is ruled by Jupiter, which is currently in Aries. What does that mean in layman's terms? Well, let's break down the moon real quick. The moon is just what it looks like to you in the night sky. It's a reflection of the sun's light here on Earth. And so while the sun illuminates the daytime, the moon illuminates the evening. And as the moon waxes and wanes from new to full, we have a variable amount of energy in the evenings. And the moon, as it relates to us, it is very easy to see the moon's influence. If you ask anyone who is an ER doctor, a school teacher, or just any woman off of hormonal birth control, they'll tell you that the rhythms of our bodies and ourselves correspond highly to the cycles of the moon. And the full moon is the apex of energy. So it's that full reflection of the solar light off the face of the moon, making it appear full in the night sky. And so this moon, this full moon in Sagittarius that we're recording underneath, is ruled by Jupiter. Let's break Jupiter down as well. Jupiter is one of the 7 traditional planets. It's one of the visible planets. So here on Earth, we can see the planets, the sun, the moon, obviously the luminaries, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. And Jupiter is the largest planet in our solar system, and it has a big vibe as well. Jupiter refers to all those things which are expansive, those things which grow us, the social abundance that we experience. Jupiter is associated with really good things, but not just with really good things personally. It's associated with the really good things that we enjoy collectively. How do we experience social abundance? And we're reflecting on that during this moon. Now, this moon not only has that Jupiterian flavor of Sagittarius, which is a fire sign, but also it's going to have a flavor of Aries, another fire sign, because that's where Jupiter is in the sky. So let's make this really simple. This moon might get a little fiery, a little feisty. It's going to feel really big with its energy, not just because the moon is full, but also because that fire element, it refers to our spirit, to the zest, the vim, the vigor, the verve, all those things that incite our own spirits and our own souls. Fire is associated mythologically and archetypically with knowledge, with illumination and awareness. And let's just say that this current full moon, it's got some double fire energy. So if you're feeling a little bit extra alive, or maybe some of those sensations and emotions, you're feeling extra hot under the collar per se, that is totally normal. Now, one really great thing is that the ruler of the moon, Jupiter, who rules Sagittarius, Jupiter can see this moon from Aries. All of the signs in the same element, they relate to each other. They can see each other by an angle called a trine. And that trine is a 120-degree angle of flow, if you will. So the moon is in flow with its ruler Jupiter. And let's talk a little bit more about Sagittarius, where this moon is happening, before I get into a breakdown of what everything means for you individually. So Sagittarius is one of 3 fire signs, and each of the fire signs has its own mode. So we have Leo, which is fixed fire, Aries, which is cardinal fire, or fire moving in one direction, and then Sagittarius, which is fire that is mutable or able to move in all directions. So think like a firework or like a volcanic explosion. This is fire everywhere. It's that wildfire that is able to move without any inhibition. And let's just say that Sagittarius has very little inhibition too. It's a sign of spiritual exploration, of world traveling. It's a sign of the spirit or the soul going out to seek its fortune. It's about acquiring knowledge. It's about realizing truth. And Sagittarius is excited, it's animated, and it's ready to get out and mix and mingle, to see what's up everywhere with everyone. There is nothing that Sagittarius is not curious about. And so during this moon, if you're feeling interested, if you're feeling curious, expansive, that is par for the course. And this moon in Sagittarius is a great time to spend learning something, traveling, or just enjoying something that sets your spirit on fire. During this full moon, perhaps ask yourself, what am I on fire for? What lights my soul up? What is it that I really want to go out and do in the world? So let's get into what this syzygy, or lunar cycle, means for each sign individually. So you can find your sign by using your ascendant ruler or rising sign. Most people only know their sun sign. That is the birth sign that you probably have heard of your whole life. That's just a little bit of astrology. So I encourage you to go online and find any of the numerous applications that allows you to put your birth time, date, and place in, and it will give you tons of different information about your chart. But we're just looking for your ascendant ruler or rising sign. And that influences yourself and your body, your personality, giving the most accurate personal reading about what's going on with you right now. Don't get me wrong, you can also use your sun sign or your sect light sign. Now, what is a sect light sign? Well, it's your sun sign if you were born during the day while the sun was still up, or your moon sign if you were born at night. So those 3 signs are traditionally the most important in any birth chart: the sun, the moon, and the rising sign. I personally like to use my rising sign, but your sun sign or your moon sign, depending on your time of birth, can also be really helpful. So let's start at the top with the first sign of the zodiac, Aries. If you are an Aries or an Aries rising, this is going to be a moon of spiritual development for you. Spiritual development. If you are a Taurus or a Taurus rising, this moon to you is going to be about emotional investment. If you are a Gemini or a Gemini rising, this moon is about interpersonal aspiration. Interpersonal aspiration. If you are a Cancer or a Cancer rising, this moon is going to be about your professional orientation. Your professional orientation. If you are a Leo or a Leo rising, this moon will be about creative inspiration. Creative inspiration. If you are a Virgo or a Virgo rising, this moon will be about deep intimacy. Deep intimacy. If you are a Libra or a Libra rising, this moon will be about expressed connection. Expressed connection. If you are a Scorpio or a Scorpio rising, this moon will be about skillful employment. Skillful employment. If you are a Sagittarius or a Sagittarius rising, this is your moon. It will be about individual enjoyment. Individual enjoyment. If you are a Capricorn or a Capricorn rising, this moon will be about psychological processing. Psychological processing. If you are an Aquarius or an Aquarius rising, this moon will be about social exploration. Social exploration. And if you are a Pisces, the last sign in the zodiac, or a Pisces rising, this moon will be about public offering. Public offering. Now, as I've said, each one of us has each of these signs in our birth chart somewhere. Everybody has all 12 signs present in their birth chart, but you'll find that your rising sign or your sectolite will give you a really good idea of the themes that you will experience in this upcoming moon. Now, there is more celestial goodness coming up after a short break. So get your snacks, rearrange your body, stretch, and check out a word from our sponsors.
You just found the perfect product that helps with staying cool during hot summer runs. No more gross warm water. Stay cool with this product from Gear Handle. This hydration tube cover helps keep your water cool and easily accessible. Stay hydrated during those long summer runs or even delay from freezing in the winter. Plus, they're compatible with various brands of water bladders and come in various colors. Visit gearhandle.com and use promo code H2O today.
And we are back. So let's move on a little bit from the moon. Though it is very important and the moon dictates the content and the flavor of the 2 weeks between the new and the full moon, there are other important celestial things happening, other important transits that are also taking place over the next 2 weeks of this lunar cycle. I've picked my top 3, and that is my plan for each episode is to pick my favorite 3 transits or the most important 3 things that are happening, let you know what the cosmic weather looks like. Number 1, Venus will conjoin Rahu, North Node, at 22 degrees of Taurus, and that will happen on Thursday, June 16th. Really early in the morning at about 4:53 a.m. Central Standard Time. And I'll break this down. Venus is the planet of love and beauty, of personal feeling and our own understanding or experience of love, our aesthetic, you could say. And it's going to conjoin the North Node of the moon. What is the North Node or Rahu in the Vedic astrology system? Well, it is the place where the moon's orbit intersects the ecliptic. And that gives us the place where we will have solar and lunar eclipses. The North Node is the end of that ecliptic or the end of that orbit that will give us the pull of destiny as opposed to the push of cleansing. So think of the maw of fate or the mouth of the serpent of the Ouroboros. It's hungry, it's desirous, and it's the things that fate is pulling us closer to. So when Venus, or our heart, our feeling, is conjoining or fusing temporarily with that mouth of destiny, we might find ourselves really compulsive. Because Venus is in an earth sign, we might be really wanting certain things. We might be hungry, literally, or really wishing for love, being pulled towards new employment or vocation. But we'll have some really strong feelings about what we want and desire. And just know when this happens, it's going to be something that is in line with your destiny. We need to moderate ourselves always when our feelings get so intense. But perhaps you'll be knowing more soon about what your heart really desires, what things are really important to you, because Venus does rule the sign of Taurus. So we will be getting some really juicy, good Venus energy, and our feelings likely will not lead us astray. Venus is strong, but so is the pull of fate. So look before you leap, and be sure to sit with your desires before taking any rash actions. Second transit. The sun will be moving into Cancer. And when the sun moves into Cancer, we find ourselves having the summer solstice. That's happening on the 21st of June at 4:14 a.m. Central Standard Time. So if you've ever been awake for a sunrise, or if that's on your schedule, be sure to go out and watch that sunrise. Cancer is the sign of the moon. And every year when the sun transitions into that place, we have the summer solstice. And it's the longest day of the year. After that, the days start to wane in length. So this is an apex of its own as well. We will be getting into our feelings. Because Cancer is that water sign of the moon, we'll be feeling that expressed energy. We'll be feeling our feelings, if you will. And we'll get deep into our understanding of how we feel. We have a long enough day to do it. And this marks one of the four corners of the year, if you will. The summer and winter solstice, the longest and shortest day. And then the vernal and autumnal equinoxes, when the days are equivalent in length. So enjoy this long day of sun. Enjoy the change from the flavor of Gemini, the air sign that the sun's currently in right now, into Cancer. That water sign that gives us a really life-giving, caring feeling. These are the long summer days that we want to savor and enjoy. But we're also ready, I think, for a little less daylight. So enjoy the span of the day and make sure to take account of the emotions that come up for you, the things that are visible for you, and how this summer is emerging in your own awareness. Number 3, again with Venus. Venus is transitioning into Gemini. So earlier we talked about Venus conjoining the North Node in Taurus. Well, Venus moves into Gemini on the 22nd of this month at 7:29 p.m. Central Standard Time. So when Venus changes signs, we can expect to experience a different flavor of feelings. Our desires, our aesthetic, our experience of joy and happiness, those will take on a slightly different character. Taurus, the earth sign, really likes to smell and taste and touch and be sensual and sensuous, while Gemini really likes to think, ideate, chat, conversate. It's a social sign. It's a mutable air sign ruled by Castor and Pollux, the twins. So we'll probably be experiencing some more duality instead of that marked desire that we know that's fixed in Taurus, that earth sign. We might be kind of wanting a little of this and a little of that. It might be something where maybe we want to make more than one stop on our way home, attend more than one party. Maybe we're experiencing some highs and some lows emotionally, but we're going to be cerebral about it. So this is a great time to think on your emotions, to really enjoy the process of cognition and creation. Put your creativity in high gear when Venus is here in Gemini. And remember, Mercury, the ruler of Gemini, is there right now. So it's going to be a good time to put our head where our heart is, and vice versa. If there are any writing projects, any books you'd like to read, anyone you want to call up, this is a great time to put your heart in pen and in word, and maybe even just to come up with some ideas about what you'd like to do with the rest of the summer. So let me come up with some key terms to summarize the upcoming quality of time, if that's a little bit wordy for you. This upcoming couple of weeks is going to be active, liberating, curious, desire-driven, and maybe a little impulsive. And we have on our to-do list for this syzygy, you know what? Let's just do some do's and don'ts. So, do explore your arising desires. Don't act rashly without consideration. Do put your whole heart in, and don't exhaust yourself or burn out. Do make good on your commitments, but don't say yes to everything. And finally, what goes well with stars but stones? Those of you who know me in real life know that I am absolutely crazy for crystals. And your local friendly astrologer crystal healer is going to recommend a couple of stones to hang out with if that's your jam over the next few weeks. First of all, let's get some carnelian. Carnelian is like the B12 shot of stones. It's going to give you energy to capitalize on that zesty, exciting, full of life feeling that we're likely to experience. Second, get you some rose quartz. Whenever there's a lot of Venus action in the sky, when there's a lot of moon stuff going on, whenever we are in our feelings, get some rose quartz. Rose quartz is going to amplify and clarify what's really good for your soul, what's really going to serve you as a person. And third, grab some Unakite jasper if you have it. Unakite, Unakite, for those of you who haven't come across it. It's green with some pink speckles. And Unakite jasper is wonderful for the heart and the soul. Unakite jasper is all at once grounding, so we can ground into our heart, into our emotions and our understanding of our feelings, but also so that we can be soul-centered and do what's really right, not just what reflects our feelings at the time. So wear them, share them, carry them in your pocket. It all works if it works for you. So that's all for this episode, folks. Thank you so much for being here on this first iteration of Texas Astrology. Here down south, we keep the stars, the stones, the metaphysical stuff real simple. That's it for this episode, folks. Meet me here every full and new moon for more cosmic wisdom. For now, you can find me on Instagram at Rachel Ruth Tate and at Texas Astrology, or between the pages of my book, Meditations on Being, available on Amazon and wherever else you purchase books.
This has been a Rogue Media podcast.
In a world where dreams meet reality, there exists a place where your business can flourish. That place is Shopify. Imagine having the power to craft your online store with tools that make it as easy as a gentle breeze. Whether you're an artisan of handmade wonders, a creator of digital treasures, or a curator of the latest trends, Shopify stands by your side. With its customizable templates, seamless integrations, and support that's always there, your dream store is just a heartbeat away. Join millions of visionaries around the globe and let Shopify guide you on your journey. Visit roguemedianetwork.com/Shopify. That's roguemedianetwork.com/SHOPIFY. And embark on your free trial. Shopify, where your commerce dreams come to life.